Hey, what's up everybody? We're here with Tesla Full Self-Driving Beta version 11, the hot new version that everybody's talking about. And honestly, after seeing this, I think everyone owes Elon Musk an apology. Everyone laughed at him when he said he'd be able to make Teslas drive themselves with just cameras. People said it was impossible. I mean, rightfully so. I thought it seemed impossible too at the time. But they've gone and done it pretty much. It's not perfect. They've still got quite a ways to go to get to driverless levels of reliability, but it's actually starting to work most of the time. And I have to say, you know, I think Tesla could be very undervalued based on what I'm seeing. People are just looking at it in terms of the auto business. They're ignoring these amazing breakthroughs in real-world AI that they're shipping to hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people around the world. And I mean, with all the market turmoil, capital being pulled out of markets and interest rates rising, all of these different headwinds, it could be a good opportunity to get some Tesla stock at a lower price than maybe it's worth when you consider all of these innovations. And that's not financial advice, but just something I'm thinking as I look at V11. I definitely, want to get some more Tesla stock based on seeing how this performs. It's just so smooth and comfortable. So, I'll show you how it works. Take me to 21 Surrey Lane, Rancho Palos Verdes, California. So you just tell it where you want to go, and it'll take you there. So you just go like that, and we're off. So there's no LiDAR, no HD maps. It's just looking at the cameras, looking and building this understanding of what's happening around it. Tesla Vision, Tesla's perception system. And this perception system is becoming really fundamental to all the features in the car, not just the ADAS, but a core foundation for all the features in a modern smart car. Or robot car, you might call it. And everybody's gonna want a robot car. It's gonna be like having a smartphone and a dumb phone. Once people had smartphones, nobody wanted a dumb phone because it was just so much more useless than a smartphone. And it's going to be the same thing with robot cars. Everybody is going to want one of these, and they're not going to want to go back to having to drive themselves after they have a car that has an understanding of the world, can move around the world itself, and can make sure that they don't get into a crash. I mean, why would you want to buy a car that can crash when there's a car that has a perception system that allows it to almost never crash? Okay, so this is a very challenging unprotected left here. There's a lot of traffic coming in both directions. So let's see if the car is able to figure out how to get across on its own without me having to take over. Okay, looks like we've got a little spot to go on the left here. Okay, we got no traffic coming on the left, and we've got a gap on the right, but there's cars coming. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, now we got another gap. Will it go for it? Yes! Very good job, V11. And we're off to the races here. The journalists covering this topic are extremely stupid, I've found. And it may just be one of those things where you understand a subject, so most of what you read about anything is kind of bullshit. But when it's a subject you know about, you're like, okay, what the hell are these guys smoking? I mean, people say, oh, Mercedes is ahead, they got level 3. Without looking at the details and saying this supposed level 3 system, which is supposed to be more advanced, is actually far less advanced than autopilot or full self-driving beta, and doesn't really allow you to take your attention off the road. Even though you can play videos on the screen, it still has a driver monitoring system. So they fall for this sort of false marketing. Oh, it's news, it's the first level 3. Not realizing that there's no other system like this on the market. If you want to buy a car that can drive you around anywhere in the United States, your options are Tesla, Tesla, or Tesla. That's it. There's nobody else. You can't get a Waymo car, you can't get a cruise car, and they only work in very limited areas. To have a system that can actually just look and respond to anything without any pre-mapping, without any LiDARs, without any radars, without any of those sort of expensive sensors, it's a huge breakthrough. And I don't know if you can really tell a difference between other drives with 10.69, but I can tell you that this definitely feels a lot smoother. You saw there the car sort of started picking up much more quickly after that car got out of its way. In older betas, it would sort of be a problem where it waited too long. Overall, the whole driving experience is just so much smoother, so much more natural. I would really call this like FSD Beta 1.0 in a way. That's what it feels like. It feels like the 1.0 release. Like this is the first release that's really meant for the mass market. And that's going to be really important because I'm guessing a lot of people who have Teslas are going to sign up for this. At least try the subscription for $200 just to see what it's like in their neighborhood. Because there's, over 1 million cars that can run it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see their user base cross the 1 million mark this year. Alright, we got a right turn coming up here. The car has already gotten into the right turn lane well in advance, which is good. Okay. And here we go. Alright, looks like the lane is closed here. Or no, they're just doing some work on the shoulder. So, I think people are going to be very surprised when they realize the impact of this technology. I think this is probably the most important software project in the world right now in terms of its impact. What we're really talking about here is the ability for computers to move through the world unaided by humans, right? So it's an amazing evolution if you think about the microprocessor and where it started. It really started with the mainframe, right? You'd have a big room with a mainframe computer and that would be doing all the computation. And then when they got smaller and you could actually put a computer on your desk, that gave us the personal computing revolution, and people started putting desktop computers on their desk. And then of course people started using the computer so much and finding them so useful that they wanted a more portable form factor, and we started to get laptops. It's interesting, it keeps changing the speed to 25. I don't know why that is, for like half a second. And then from laptops we got smartphones. You could now put the computer in your pocket. And now with the AI revolution, what you're really seeing is the computer climbing out of your pocket and being able to actually move around the world on its own without your assistance. I mean, that's a new level of portability. And granted, we're at a very early stage here. This software can't actually move around without me supervising it at this stage. But it seems clear that that's the direction we're headed. Computers are going to be able to move around the world just like humans can. And it's not just related to a car form factor. They're going to be able to put this in a humanoid form factor as well. Utilize a lot of the same technologies. Extend it for moving around indoors, manipulating a lot of objects that are designed for humans to use. this is, potentially a very huge breakthrough in AI technology. And it's built on the back of a very profitable automotive business that people really love, and that is really bringing a lot of new thinking to the auto industry. Tesla's not just a new car, it's not just the hot brand of the year. It's a new way of thinking about the auto industry and how to approach the problems the industry faces in making these products, integrating hardware, software, services. Okay, looks like the lane is blocked by some trucks. Oh, we're actually turning left. Going down a narrow road here. You can see its ability to handle different types of roads with just the vision system is pretty remarkable. Like, wow, how did they pull this off? Avoiding the trash cans there. And here we are approaching our destination. Alright, perfect. And for our next drive, let's go try out the freeway capabilities.